And today, I want to talk to the fans. I want to talk to the viewers. I want to answer everyone's questions. If you want to type it in the comments, I got my good friend, everyone, you probably know him, Eric Larson, who helps me out all the time, every Saturday. And he's also in the comment section, too. He's always commenting with everyone. And, yep, today is Fan Appreciation Day. And I want to talk about the Bay Strikes Back. I want to talk about Dynamo. I want to talk about anything you guys want to talk about. We got some video questions submitted that we're going to answer today, and I do have a special guest who's going to join me today. So please welcome. He'll come in. I'm not going to say his name, but he's going to jump in right now. Mr. Will Carroll. Woo!
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Will. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Just getting my shit there. Okay, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Dude, good. I'm glad things are slowly opening up. As you know, and everyone knows, the Bay Strikes Back U.S. tour. You excited
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
very excited. Very excited.
There's some good cities, some good routings.
Yeah, it seems like shows are selling out pretty quick too.
The Illinois show at the Forge sold out, and they added a second night.
Yep. Yep.
So
And
that's,
we were off that night. I'm assuming like the next night was a day off or something. Or
I think it was either a day off or they put it on hold for something. It was a travel day.
gotcha.
Then I just got word that it sold out so fast that all right, put another day in.
I heard Anaheim sold out too.
Oh, did it really?
I mean, I saw something about that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's very encouraging.
It is very encouraging, dude. The Fox Theater. What do you think about that?
I'm stoked, man. That's like the one last place that we haven't played that I really wanted to play. I mean, I love the Warfield. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's cool to play the East Bay Warfield, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, we played the Warfield. Now we're gonna do the Fox. I mean, another one. You'll probably agree with me. Another one. I'm reaching high. I'd like to do the Bill Graham.
Oh hell yeah!
Bill Graham. And we're shooting for the stars here, but it's okay to shoot for the stars. But gotta play the Cow Palace, man.
Hey man, Testament did it not that
Yeah.
long ago. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just playing at the Cow Palace would be awesome. We had some good times there.
oh yeah.
We had some good times. Hey, Will, now it's Fan Appreciation Day here, and I'm gonna play some videos submitted from fans. So, you ready to do this, my man?
I am.
All right, dude. This one's from Brian. He's from I guess Oregon. So let's check this out.
Hey Ted, Pack members, DA fans. It's Brian here, coming from the Oregon coast. Trying to catch some waves here, but it's too fucking cold. Anyway, question is, who has the most craziest or weirdest pre-show ritual?
Did you hear him?
Well, was the question who has the craziest pre-show ritual?
Yeah. Who has the craziest, weirdest pre-show ritual? Well, I mean, personally, I can't speak for everyone, but you can speak for yourself.
I don't have much of a pre-show ritual. I just sit down in a chair and air drum for like a half an hour and go on stage. I don't eat 2 hours before. I don't smoke weed or drink anything all day before, and that's pretty much my ritual.
But now, I mean, that was a year and a half ago ritual. Are you planning to have a new ritual now? I mean, not now that you kind of like, I know you went through some crazy shit. We all know that. Now that it's some, back on the road after a year and a half, and you've been trying to stay healthy and all that. Do you
I
have
mean,
do you have anything planned?
I'm definitely going to have different tour rituals throughout the day and the evening. But as far as getting ready to go on stage, I'm going to keep it the same because it's always worked for me, So I don't really need to change anything there. But as far as like eating Waffle House at 3 a.m. or
Totally, to 3 a.m. Waffle House and truck stop nachos and all that stuff.
yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Man, I mean, Mark has his rituals. He kind of like an hour before he goes on, he does his thing, but no one talks to him because he's in the zone. I kind of like. I usually have a cup of coffee before I go on stage, like an hour before.
Right.
Like I need a little pumped up thing. Me and Rob usually have a cup of coffee, and Rob warms up. Damien,
But
he'll warm up and go jump rope after.
yeah, I would say he has the most elaborate pre-show ritual. Like you'll see him over in the corner standing on his fucking head. So
Yeah, standing on his head doing like push-ups or something.
yeah, yeah.
Then he'll go out into like the parking lot and do like he'll get on his rocky ropes.
You might walk into the room and say, "Is this guy warming up for a show or the circus?" No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and Rob usually like has a guitar and he'll just warm up till the last minute. Then we all go on and we kick ass. That's what we do. That's what we do. Now, dude, the first show we're gonna do back is Dynamo.
Yeah,
Dude, it's pretty trippy, man. I mean, our last show was in Belgium. Now we're going back to like Holland, which is like right next door to each other. So
yeah, yeah.
it's
I'm looking forward to that.
I am looking forward we have a good slot too. We go on at like 8:15 at night.
Right, right. And right
Yeah.
before us, there's the Bay Area thrash thing, right?
Bay Area International. Now, were you asked to do that?
Yeah, I'm doing 3 songs,
Oh
two
shit.
two songs on drums, and I'm singing a song.
But we're not gonna say which songs because I know
Yeah, yeah.
I
But Craig, like, for the 2 songs I'm playing drums on, one of them's pretty easy, and the other one is incredibly fucking hard. What the fuck, dude? I mean, I have a show to play after this, but I'm gonna make it work.
I know what I'm not gonna say. I know what song it is, and it's one of my favorites from that band, dude. It's he actually asked me, "Do you want to play rhythm guitar on that song?" I go, "Hell no, that song is brutally hard."
I mean, there's not really any easy songs by that band.
No,
So
no.
it could be any song, and I'd be like, "Fuck you." I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I've been practicing it, and yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
I had him and Matt Camacho like a couple of weeks ago when
I
we
watched
did.
that episode.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, dude, it's a great album, dude.
no, totally, man.
Let me get your thoughts on Forbidden Evil, because I remember telling Craig like after school we go to your house and we listened to that album one time before rehearsal.
Yeah, yeah. Like I saw him at the Stone supporting someone, a touring band. I can't remember who, but they stood out from the Bay Area thrash scene from all the bands I had seen up at that point in time because of Russ's vocals. Every other Bay Area thrash band had a screamer or like really, really aggro, aggressive vocals, including Violence. Even though Violence was unique, Sean Killian's voice is unique, it was still really aggro. And then Forbidden came on, and the dude sings like Rob Halford, and could do aggro vocals as well. But when he started hitting those crazy falsetto Rob Halford notes, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had never seen a band outside of Judas Priest pulling that shit off, especially at the Stone. So I bought the album immediately. I went to the record vault and bought it immediately after. And yeah, and then we started listening to it before and after Warfare DC rehearsals.
Yeah, and I remember you taped it for me in one of those, I think, Memorex or TDK tapes.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
I was big on making tapes for people back then. I was DJing back then before I even knew what DJing was.
yeah, you were. Hey man, let me pull up another video question here, and let's see this one's from Mark Tobin. Let's check it out, my man.
Testament, Exodus, Death Angel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Question would be any surprise guests? They're at the Fox Theater in Oakland. It'd be pretty cool to see somebody just like the Night of the Titans. Gotta say, man, loving all this this downtime, bringing out all this killer killer fucking thrash, man. It's blowing my fucking mind. Signing up for all kinds of shows coming forward, and got to say, I'm looking fucking really fucking stoked about everything coming forward, man. Right on.
I want what that guy's smoking. No.
Dude, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Yeah. Is there any special? I don't know, dude. I mean, the Fox Theater is way far. I don't know about what's going on. We don't even know what we're playing for the first show. Christ's
Holy.
sake. You know what I mean?
Holy. And that's a
That'd be
hard
nice.
question.
What?
That's a hard question to answer, you know?
And speaking of now, I mean this inspired me to ask you, if who would you like your dream guest to come up on stage while you're behind the kit, and you'll freak out if you saw this dude came up and started jamming with us? Who would that person be in your
A Bay Area person or just in general?
In general.
Oh. I mean, the craziest would be like, that's a hard question.
One
I
of. I mean,
I would say Alex Lifeson.
dude, that's a good one. That's a good one. He's your favorite member of Rush, huh?
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite guitarists. Period.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
dude. It's funny. I mean, because he's a great guitar player, but when you think about Rush, it's always Geddy Lee and Neil Peart. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's overbearing. The drums and bass are the dominant factor when you listen to the music, because the guitar is pretty subtle. But the shit Alex Lifeson's doing, I love his solos, man. When he goes into a solo, the song takes on a whole new direction. Like it's a song within a song, kind of, you know? I love it. I love the way he plays.
Don't you have an Alex Lifeson story?
Yeah, I went to go see Rush at the Shoreline, like in the maybe early 2000s, with a friend of mine. My friend knew the guitar tech, so we got in for free, but we got these really cool passes that got us pretty much on stage. We were practically standing on stage. We were in the front row, but off to the side, kind of. We were right by Geddy Lee's keyboards and his Taurus pedals. Like they were right in front of us. It was crazy. I could have taken 2 steps and touched his keyboard. We were that close. And we were watching the show, and I'm watching Alex Lifeson. He's all the way over on stage right. And I guess he noticed me watching him all night, and he started sauntering over towards me. The way he walks on stage, he kind of goes like that. And I was like, my jaw just started dropping. Like the closer he got, the bigger my mouth got. And I was like, oh my God, he's walking right over to me. Oh my God, he's looking at me. And he walked right up to me. He was looking at me right in the eyes. And I just didn't say a word. I wasn't even breathing. I was just looking at him. I was like totally horrified. And he just bent over and went, hey, like that. And he totally woke me up, like snapped me out of the spell. And I just started headbanging, and he just went like that and walked away, and that was it.
Oh man, dude, that's funny, man. Yeah, dude. He like you said, you're right. He does take the song to the next level when he comes in with his solos, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Dude, we got a question from Darren Mark Diggle. I'm sure you know that name, Darren Diggle. Of course. You met him, right? Didn't you meet him at Manchester?
I did.
All right.
Oh yeah, on the last tour.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a question. He goes, my question is, will DA stick with Jason for the next album in the same studio?
You know, Jason's asking that question too.
Damn. I don't know, man. We've done 4 albums with him. I mean, I could go either way. If we go with him or not, I don't know at this point. You know. What about you? How would you feel? There's
definitely pros and cons to it. Like I'm comfortable working with him, so I wouldn't object at all to working with him again. It's easy working with him, you know. So that's the pro. But on the other end, it might be nice to work with some fresh ears, an outside perspective.
Yeah, true.
Get some new sounds out of us, you know. So I would go either way, like you. I'd go either way.
Yeah, either way. There you go. There's your answer, Darren. And before we move on, I want to say a shout out to all the viewers who's been watching live and streaming and who's on right now everywhere around the world. I could just name drop because I see your names. There's Darren Diggle, there's Claire Wilson, there's Crystal Kenzo, there's Pat Thompson, there's Scott Dockendorf, there's Aki Ada. Oh man, so much. Now let's switch this up, Will. I mean, do you have a question for the fans out there?
Oh, uh, oh, um, are you guys afraid to hug me because I had sickness and almost died?
That's a good question, dude. Oh, and Jerry from Germany. Jerry, I can't say your last name, Jerry, but I know you watch and you're badass. So, and dude, that leads me to the next question from Jeff Sornig. The Detroit show, is Death Angel gonna offer any meet and greets?
Oh, tons of people have asked me that too.
Yeah.
Oh, is that in the cards or?
I don't know. Well, you know what? It's. I don't know.
It seems a little soon.
Yeah. I'd love to, but it's one of those, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm not. I love meeting the fans, and like after every show, we both go out to the merch table and talk to everybody and take pictures and stuff. And but it might be a little soon to mingle with so many different people every night, so I would be surprised if there was a meet and greet, but I'm not saying there won't be, but I'd be surprised if it happened.
Oh, it's funny because Steve Brogdon said he'll hug you.
Help me what?
He'll hug you. Yeah, Steve Brogdon said our good guy Steve Brogdon, he's going to be on the Bay tour as Gary Holt's guitar tech.
Right, man. He's a man of many talents.
Totally. Dude, a man of many talents. He actually drew this drum head, which we planned to donate for Tom Hunting's show that's happening in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So I got Will's drum head that he used that Steve Brogdon did the logo for. You see that, Steve? And
very well done.
Yeah, very well done. And I'm actually donating a guitar that me, Rob, and Mark signed that I actually used for the recording and touring cycle for Killing Season.
Oh, sweet.
So that's going to go out, and hopefully that does well so we could get Tom going. Crystal Kenzo, smooches to you two. Yep, I know. We know you like to give us smooches. So, whatever. Anyways, let's do another fan question here. This one's from Kate, and it's not for me, but for...
What's up, Death Angel? It's Kat from Anaheim, California. So my question is for Will Carroll. So you talked about being punished for sloth by Satan, who was a woman during your coma. Do you want to talk to us about the deadly sins that got you to the very depths of hell?
Wow, man, the music was louder than their question, but I think I got the question.
You want me to play it again?
Oh, I got it. I mean, in my dream, or whatever you want to call it, I was being punished for sloth. And that's pretty accurate to how I lived leading up to that. I was a pretty lazy dude. And there you have it. So I think it was my subconscious just creeping in and telling me to get my shit together and start taking health a little more seriously. And here I am, still alive, and I am heeding the words of the she-devil.
Now, when you got out of the hospital, how do you feel about it a year and a half later? I mean, you had a year and a half to process it. Is it still the same, or do you have a different view of what you went through?
It honestly seems like it happened like 20 years ago. It seems like a lifetime ago for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on why that is, but I don't think about it too much anymore. Sometimes when I do, it freaks me out and I kind of scare myself. So I'm just trying to learn from the whole thing and take something positive out of it, and just keep myself alive.
So what have you been doing? I mean, I haven't seen you since the virtual meet and greet that we did for the Bastard Track show. So what? And I haven't talked to you since like right now. So what have you been doing for the past little over a month? I haven't seen you.
Just playing tons of disc golf and regular golf, and just DJing every Thursday, and got my radio show. So a lot of the same that I was doing right after I got out of the hospital. Just trying to stay active and try to exercise every day and just do the shit that most normal people do. I wasn't living a normal lifestyle before all this happened. So I'm trying to get a sense of normalcy going on and routine. And, I just love going to the park, and I love disc golf, and I'm addicted to it. And it gets me out of the house. It gets me walking. It gets my blood pumping. And I'm doing that, It's funny. I DJ'd a couple of nights ago at Willow's in San Francisco, and my playlist was all songs about Satan. And that made me start thinking about the whole vision I had. And I was kind of shooken by it when I first got out of the hospital. And I was, I wasn't turning religious, but I was taking God and this, Christianity or Catholicism a little more seriously. I had more respect for it. I'm not a born again Christian or anything, but when I was playing all these Satan songs the other night, I was like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with still listening to still like satanic bands like Morbid Angel and Deicide, and there's nothing wrong with listening to this music. I shouldn't feel guilty about it. I actually felt guilty for a second, but
Now, I mean, I'll agree with you. You mentioned it. You said it. I didn't. Yeah, you had a different lifestyle on the road. What would be your new lifestyle? I mean, do you have anything planned when we go out on the road, like new tour habits and all that? Well, do you plan to like wake up early, maybe go see the city, check out the sights more? Because I mean, I've known you for a long time. You sleep in all day, bro.
Oh yeah, I was never a sightseer.
Yeah, you by the time I get back from sightseeing, I've already had like breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack, and you're waking up.
Yep. Yeah, I plan on not doing that. Oh, another big thing that's changed in my life is I sleep with a CPAP machine now.
Oh shit!
So
are you taking that on the road?
I'm taking it on the road. I'm taking it to Holland. No more snoring, so that'll be music to everyone's ears, not hearing me snore. But
yes,
that helps me sleep much better. Like I have a sound sleep throughout the night. I'm not waking up every half hour, going to the bathroom and pissing or whatever. So I've been waking up earlier just in general because of that, because I sleep solid throughout the night. So I would imagine on tour I'll be getting up early and getting a head start on the day. And
nice.
I'm just not going to be eating huge meals in the middle of the night like I used to. Like that's just really bad for you, And I'm not going to drink myself stupid every night. I might have a few nights of partying here or there, but I'm not going to be knocking down 12 drinks a night like I normally do on tour. So
it's not like you're not going to knock out 12 drinks a night on the Monday night and bumfuck wherever.
In Idaho, yeah.
And nothing against Idaho. I'm just talking about bumfuck whatever. You know what I mean? So that's good, dude. Speaking of, Kelly and Jeff. You know Kelly and Jeff, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Did either of you pick up new hobbies to pass the time during the pandemic? I guess you answered that, but
yeah.
And for me, every now and then, I go through this phase of exercising and not exercising, and exercising, not exercising, and hiking. I like to take my dog Espen hiking, and basically, I've been doing a lot of yard work around the house, dude. It's tomato season.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
me and Trish have been working on that. Been just mowing the lawn, doing a lot of house husband stuff, which I totally love, which I'm going to miss when we hit the road.
Right. Another thing that I've rediscovered is my love for comic books. And actually, of all people in the world, Mark Ozageda helped me relight that flame. I mean, of all people, you don't think of comic books of Mark Ozageda in the same sentence,
No, you don't.
Many years ago, he acquired 9 long boxes of comic books. Like that's like 200 comics a box from a friend. They were moving out of town, and they've been sitting in his garage for years now. Like when I first joined the band, he told me about these boxes. And so during this downtime, I just figured I'd take a trip out there. And another thing, my better half, LeSean, and I bought a car over this.
Yeah.
Weekend. So that's a huge, major step in my life. So we were able to travel outside of the city now. So anyways, we went out to Mark's place in Point Richmond, and I picked up these 9 boxes, and that just opened the floodgates, dude. I've been fucking going to comic stores like crazy, and I'm still sifting through all the comics I got from him. I mean, that's like, that's fucking like it was almost 1,000 comics. It was over 900 comic books. That's a lot, man. So on tour, that's another new activity I'm going to add to my repertoire is hitting up comic book stores, record stores, comic book stores, and toy shops. And I'm fucking 48 years old.
Whoa, dude, do you read comics like you read magazines? You read from start to finish?
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
Even
Totally.
the advertisement and all that?
Oh, yeah, especially for comics from the 70s. Those ads back then are killer because usually there's a Kiss ad somewhere in there. And, yeah, it's just the crazy things you see, like the X-rays glasses or, like squirting pens or exploding pens. All these gags. I love that shit. I love it.
Wasn't that like Johnson Smith Company?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
How do you know that?
Come on, man. I ordered something from John. I ordered the X-ray glasses, and I ordered that, you could turn paper into your dollar bill type deal.
Oh, yeah. Or the Venus flytrap. They have like a...
Or one of those, like, you could make seahorses if you put them in the water.
I was just going to say that. Yep. I was always curious about that. I was like, is that real?
I know. I didn't buy it, but I was like, man, that looks cool. Dude, Ada, I'm just going to call you Aki from Vegas. Ted and Will, if I was to see you at a show and get you a drink, what could I get you?
Nowadays, for me, it's vodka soda. I don't drink whiskey anymore. I don't drink beer anymore. So yeah,
wait, you don't drink beer no more?
No.
Wow.
I haven't drank beer since the last night of the Bass Strikes Back tour, or the last night I drank beer, like whenever that was, since the Bass Strikes Back tour.
Wow. So it's just vodka and soda, right? Easy.
Vodka sodas, and I drink White Claw sometimes.
Dude, it's funny. Trisha bought a couple of cases of White Claw. It's a big thing now, right?
They're refreshing, and I mean, there's no healthy way to drink alcohol, but it's the healthiest alternative. It's just only like they're low in calories, and it's just if you're trying to keep weight off, it's the best way to go. I think they're refreshing, but I usually just drink vodka soda. It's light, easy to drink, so you can buy me a vodka soda for sure.
Yeah, more soda than vodka, Aki. Just remember that, bro.
But right before you asked the question, you called him Aki Vegas.
Yeah,
that's a pretty cool name. It sounds like Han Solo's new partner.
I don't know how to say his last name, but I know who he is. So he'll be at the Vegas show. Rob Kramer from the Netherlands. Yeah, Rob, what's up, Rob? You guys are going to play a special set at Dynamo Metal Fest. Will it be the same set you play at the 29th of May in SF? That we don't know. We haven't even rehearsed yet. I hope some of those songs end up on the set, but I'll just, truth be told here, it's a fact and it's not a complaint, but Rob writes the set list, and I'm pretty sure he's going to write a really good set list for this one. But I hope some of these songs from the Bastard tracks end up. You guys will see when we get there.
Right.
You will, wouldn't you want to play some of those?
Oh, of course. And then we put so much work into learning those songs and getting them tight. It's a shame just to play them, once for the live stream and then that's it. So
yeah,
I would definitely think that some of those songs will make it on the set list. I
Dude,
hope so.
What is your favorite song from the Bastard tracks to play? Or one of them. Let's just.
My favorite song is Guilty of Innocence, but the favorite song to play, the most difficult song to play, the hardest song to learn was Why You Do This.
Yeah, that was a hard one, dude. That's a
that
real
was really
hard one.
first.
Really? Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a fun song to play. Guilty was my favorite, and Where They Lay.
Oh, yeah. I love that tune, too.
Dude, Where They Lay is like... It's funny when I heard the story of how when you started it, beginning writing it, you were playing nothing but double bass. I could picture that, dude.
When we were rehearsing at the Soundwave, we had that room, Glenny's old room.
With Anders living in it.
Yeah, and I was playing that other drum set, whoever's drum set that was. And I just remember playing on that kit and just doing double bass throughout pretty much the whole song. Like, even on the middle part with the China, like, I break up the double bass now, which is actually harder when you break it up. But before, I was just doing double bass all the way through, like just doing double bass, and it got a little monotonous, So I think it was actually Jason who suggested I break it up a little, so there's some dynamic there,
like a hiccup beat.
Yeah, right.
Like
Like
a
a
hiccup.
gallop, kind of.
Gallop, yeah. Dude, Jose Costa. So, does Will Carroll keep a diary? If so, taking notes for a future autobiography would be interesting considering these experiences.
Yes, yes. One of the first things LeSean gave me after I got out of the hospital was a journal. So I wish I had it while I was in the hospital, while everything was happening. Well, obviously, I couldn't write when I was in my coma, but but since then, I've been recording all my memories down on paper, and I'm going to do something with it someday. It would be cool to do a comic book. Actually, Zetro suggested that when I was on the Toxic Vault, to do a comic book to my whole story, or like the whole dream I had going to hell and everything. And it would make it kind of a neat comic book. So who knows? But I got a lot of stories to tell from that whole experience. So it could be a book. I just have a lot of stories in general throughout my life. So
It'd
I
be
would love to
cool
write
that
a book.
it'd be cool, man. I mean, if you wrote a comic book and it turned into a movie, and I think the person who, I mean, this is thinking big because I was just watching a podcast with Joe Rogan and his guest. He would, this dude would probably make a good movie out of your experience. It's Quentin Tarantino.
Who?
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yeah.
That dude's pretty
I thought
brutal.
you were gonna say, I thought you were going to say Jeff Daniels.
No.
Everyone calls me the dude whenever I go out, man. You know what that movie?
Well, yeah, dude, you look like the dude. Come
Yeah,
on, bro. You know, you
It
look
could be
like the
worse.
dude.
It
There you
gets
go.
worse.
Do you have a robe?
Do I have a what? A robe? I do have a robe. No, I don't have a robe. I don't. But it'd be a really cheap Halloween costume. People have told me, dude, you should be the dude for Halloween. Just wear a robe and walk around with a white Russian. I could do that.
Yeah, dude, you kill it. Same question. Well, Jose Costa again. Will Death Angel consider devising a covers-only album with a mix of punk, classic rock, early metal?
Hey, man, you cut out the punk rock, I'm all on board. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't like punk rock, Will? You don't like punk rock at all?
I like Fear. I love Fear.
But you're not into like DRI, GBH, and.
Oh, I
you
like
know.
DRI. I like DRI. And actually, I like GBH and Exploited and and Chromax
Misfits.
and crossover stuff. But so yeah, I like some punk rock. I was just being stupid. But I would love to do a covers album. Absolutely.
Oh, totally, dude. That'd be fun, dude. I mean, I think if we were able to pick our own, regardless, I think it'd be all over the place.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
yeah,
If,
it'd be all over
if
the
every
place.
member got to pick 2 songs or whatever,
Yeah.
that would be a wild listen.
It would be like, what would you? I mean, I know there's so many covers. You could probably play the whole everything because I know you so well. What song would you like to record as a cover, like off the top of your head?
First song that comes to mind, I've always
Yeah.
wanted to cover it, and this has nothing to do with Fear Factory covering Cards by Gary Newman, and it also has nothing to do with the song title I'm about to say, but I would love Death Angel to cover Gary Newman's song Metal, the song Metal.
Oh,
And not
wow.
because it's called metal, because it's not a metal song, obviously, but it's my favorite Gary Newman tune. It rocks in his bizarre, cold mechanical way, and I just love that song. It's so dark and has a great beat, and yeah, I would love to do that song. Absolutely love it.
Wow, dude.
Unfortunately, Fear Factory's already conquered that ground with Cars.
And
So
they
if
did
we
good.
covered what?
And they did well.
Oh, he did a great version of it. Absolutely. And if we covered the Gary Newman song, we'd probably get compared to them too much,
Yeah.
Though Fear Factory already did that. But, that would be the song I would suggest to the band. Let's do Metal.
Dude, I'd want to do Motley Crue's Live Wire.
All right. I'm
That,
on board with that.
yeah,
I'm
dude.
totally on
I
board
think
with
I
that.
think Mark could kill it on that song. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I mean, Damien will be bored playing the bass, but
Yeah.
that's all open A, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love to do Motley Crue's Live Wire, dude. Rainier from Toronto, Canada. We know Rainier. When you guys played Why You Do This in Toronto, we haven't played it in Toronto, but I'm guessing you're saying if we played it in Toronto, invite Danko Jones on guest vocals along with Mark on the side. No. Well, maybe Danko will come up and have fun and sing, but he's not going to sing the whole song. Nothing against Danko, but I think Mark kills it on that song. But I'd love to throw that in the set, a headlining set in the
Hey,
future.
I'd love to go to Canada, man. I mean, I don't know when that's going to be possible, but I hope we go to Canada sooner than later. You know.
Yeah, I totally. Dude, now with your I'm gonna bring up something Canadian. With your newfound thing of touring, are you still gonna have poutine?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not cutting everything out. You know, I'm just everything in moderation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, I love poutine. You know, I'll have it at least once. I might not have it 3 times a day like I used to, but I'll have it once. You know.
Dude, what city are you looking forward to playing on this run? I mean, for me, all of them. What's like? I mean, excluding the Fox Theater in Oakland because it's a hometown show.
You know, okay, this is bizarre. Of all places, I'm looking forward to playing San Luis Obispo because they have the most amazing comic book stores right next to that theater. I know where the theater is. I know where it is. So they have 2 amazing comic book stores and a great record store right on that same street. So I'm looking forward to that. But
is that how you're judging the cities, bro?
Yeah, you're damn right.
Dude, Anaheim, we haven't played the House of Blues in Anaheim. The last time was with Anthrax and Testament.
At the House of Blues in Anaheim?
Yep. Was that on that tour?
I'm looking forward to the House of Blues in New Orleans.
Oh, yes, dude. Speaking of, we played the House of Blues in New Orleans, but we played the small room, and me and Will snuck into the big room and watched Cyndi Lauper do sound check.
And she was yelling at her band.
Yeah.
She was raising her voice, man.
But she did sounded good, though.
She sounded great. She sounded great.
She sounded great, and she sounded great yelling at her band.
Yeah. She was yelling in the Cyndi Lauper voice, you know? She wasn't a girl that just wanted to have fun at that moment.
Hey, okay, Jonathan Farrell, do you ever play the instrumental Ultraviolence live? When was the last time we played that live?
We played it a bunch, though, on the Ultraviolence tour.
I'm sure we played it afterwards, though, right? Maybe at a Christmas show, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but we played it every night on that anniversary Ultraviolence tour.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I'd like to bring that back into the set.
Yeah, sure. I mean it's a hell of a song. Fuck yeah.
It's a hell of a song. I mean, it's a killer song, and I mean, I wish we played it. I'm just gonna throw that out there to Rob one day. Maybe we could play it at a next headliner or something. But who knows? Who knows? Dude, speaking of, what song would you like to see on the set moving forward, like permanently? Of course, we have our staples like Thrown to the Wolves, and maybe like Voracious Souls. But what's one song you go from the Bastard tracks that you go, I wish this was in the set now, moving forward?
Oh, like a permanent fixture in the set.
Yeah.
I mean, why you do this, man? I think this version of Death Angel really rocks that tune, and it sounded great. I mean, I'm not trying to toot our own horn or anything, but I love the way it came out, and so much work was put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a crazy song. So I would be stoked if we were playing that every night for sure. But unfortunately, it might lose the effect of how crazy that song is if we started playing it on every tour. So that's why it's special that we maybe play it on one tour. But a song to play forevermore, probably Guilty of Innocence. That's a good song to play.
Oh yeah, dude.
On every tour, that gets the crowd going, man. It gets me going.
Yeah, dude, it gets me going. Dude, why you do this, dude? I mean, I remember when we started rehearsing that, I mean, I had a hard time with all the riffs and changes, and the drum beats I mean, you had to go off Frolic Through the Park.
Yeah,
the production is not that easy on the ears.
That and I'm trying to learn the drum beats of a 14-year-old, so he's really excited and hyper, and there's tons of crazy drum fills, and I just had to scale it back a little and just try to just make a little more sense of it. Not that I'm saying his drum beats don't make sense, but for this version of Death Angel, it's just kind of hard when you're almost 50 and you're learning the drum beats of a kid who's only 14. It's just a big difference there in enthusiasm. But it was hard, man. It was fucking hard.
Really it was hard, but I think at the end of the day we fucking killed it on that one. Killed it.
Yeah,
Killed it.
I love the way it came out.
Yeah, me too. Matthew Heath, speaking of, will the band release a Blu-ray of the 2 Christmas shows and the Bastard Track live stream? Well, I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to see it out there on physical product. It's really, I think the Christmas shows were great, but I thought the Bastard Tracks was even better because we had a lot of time put into it and it was different. But are you a big Blu-ray fan, Will? Do you collect Blu-rays?
Yeah, I probably only have like 10 Blu-rays.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch DVDs or Blu-rays anymore. Everything's on Netflix or whatever. You can just download it to your TV. So, but I have a couple of cool Blu-rays. I have like Alice Cooper's documentary on Blu-ray and a bunch of Marvel Comics movies on Blu-ray. So, I mean, it's cool. I don't think it really took off though. It doesn't seem like it's that popular. You know what I mean? It seems like it's a medium maybe, but I don't know. I would love to see the Bastard Tracks get released as a live album and as a DVD or Blu-ray. That would be amazing. I thought that turned out great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be way into seeing that come out.
Dude,
format.
Speaking of the Bastard Tracks, the set list was good, but is there any song you go, oh, I wish that was on there? Like
Evil Priest. I wish Evil Priest was on there, even though that's not really a Bastard track. We used to play that all the time. We haven't really played that in a while, so
yeah.
It'd be cool to have Evil Priest on there. I love that tune. And from our era, or my era of Death Angel, what song would I have liked to have on there? The Divine Defector.
Yeah. The closest death metal song for you right there.
Yeah, man, I would have loved to have played that.
I would have loved to play Divine Defector. I would love to play Territorial Instinct Bloodlust because we only played that once. And
we did? At a Christmas show?
Yeah, it was on the Big Calls for Blood.
Okay.
And I would have loved from Relentless. I wish we'd have done Death of the Meek, and we only played that song once, which was in Anaheim at the Anthrax Testament show.
Why did we only play it once?
I don't know. I remember Rob going, dude, let's play Death of the Meek at the Anaheim, and I guess we sound checked it or something, and we played it, and that's the only time we played it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
That or let me see. Yeah, Divine Defector would have been awesome to play, but that riffing hand is hard. I bet you're gonna have fun with all those blast beats or something.
Totally.
Dude, Alan Coe. Will, I can take you to Soundgarden Record Store in Fells Point in Baltimore.
It's a date.
It's a date. Okay, hey, Alan, what kind of record store is it? Is it all metal rock? Are you an all metal rock record store? Or are you across the board record store?
Absolutely not. I like everything in a record store. Of course, I gravitate to the metal section, but I buy tons of shit in the hard rock section or 70s classic rock section and the new wave section. So the other day I went to the record store right up the street from my place and I bought what did I buy? I bought two Who bootlegs. I bought Circus of Power's first album. And
Circus of Power. God
yeah,
damn.
I bought Vandenberg's first album.
Holy shit.
And I bought a bizarre Cheap Trick record that I've seen for years at record stores and never got around to buying. So yeah, I don't only buy metal. No way. Mostly.
Dude, how many records do you have?
Not as much as I'd like. I have maybe like 1,200.
Okay. Have you listened to every single one of them?
Yeah, after I got out of the hospital, that was another activity I took on. I decided to listen to every record I own in alphabetical order. It took 13 months.
Wow, dude. Even just for example, I mean, we talked about this, like Kiss and Judas Priest have a lot of records. And even if it's a song like, fucking Cold Gin, you'll listen to Cold Gin like 4 times, different versions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good question. Like, especially with Judas Priest, I have all of their 12-inch singles from the 70s and the 80s. So, for example, I'll listen to Defenders of the Faith, the whole album, and then I have to listen to the Free Will Burning 12-inch single, and then listen to Love Bites 12-inch single. So I have to hear these songs 3 or 4 times sometimes. Yeah.
Does it drive you? Does it drive you crazy?
No, it drives LeSean crazy.
I mean, we've talked about this, and I like the viewers to know in the world now where people are so quick to skip and all that. Where did you get this thing of listening straight through? Because I do have a problem of like I'll listen to something if there's a song on an album I don't like, I'll skip it, but you don't.
Because for some bizarre reason, I like to be annoyed. So I love hearing annoying songs that I absolutely fucking hate, and just I like to complain about stuff. So if there's a bad song on, that's ammunition, baby.
Jesus Christ. Now, okay, Pat Thompson, Ted, are you going to take a live and streaming on the road? I plan to. I mean, I've been doing these things. It's live on Saturdays, but now that the world's opening up, I might do some pre-recorded stuff and try to get people on the road. And I've interviewed pretty much almost everyone on this upcoming tour. I'm going to try to get Eric Peterson, from Testament, Jack Gibson from Exodus. It's probably going to I want to get Tom Hunting. It'd be good. And speaking of Tom Hunting, dude, technically, I was thinking about this, talking to Mike Broccoli. Technically, if you want to be that metal elitist, that you know who metal elitists are, dude, that thinks the demo's better than everything else.
Yeah.
Tom Hunting is the only original member of Exodus left.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. Insane, dude. Insane. So I want to get him on, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll take it on the road. I just got to buy more equipment to bring with me. But, all you viewers out there, who do you want me to interview on a live and streaming? I've been trying. There's a couple of people I want, but they haven't gotten back to me, or they're busy, or they don't want to do it. I tried to reach out to Max Cavalera, but he's been busy. But I do have, I'll let it out of the bag, I do have Derek Green next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Derek Green, and hopefully the week after that, Chris Poland.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. So that's what's going on. Will, you do your radio shows on the road. How is your radio show doing nowadays?
Oh, it's great, man. It's just the audience is getting bigger and bigger, and it's just going well, man. I have a new episode every single week, except tomorrow or on Monday. I don't have a new episode because everyone at Gimme Metal is on vacation, so that'll be a repeat. But I love it, man, and I'm not running out of ideas either. I have notebooks with just full of themes and ideas for episodes. I could go on for another 2 years with all the ideas I have.
Jesus Christ, dude. I take mine, like, sometimes I struggle with my stream, like, who am I going to get? But you got 2 years worth.
Well, I'm not interviewing people either. I mean, it's I'm just playing songs. But although I am going to be interviewing Dee Snider.
No way, dude.
Yeah. That's in the works right now.
I mean, for your video show, or is it audio?
For neither. It's going to be for a different show on Gimme Metal. There's an interview show on Gimme Metal called Take 5, and it's one of the most popular shows on there. But yeah, they asked me if I wanted to be the guest interviewer for Dee Snider because I talk about how much I love Twisted Sister on my show so often. So I already have a couple of pages worth of questions stored in store for him. But I have some cool themes coming up. Like in a couple of weeks, my theme is going to be heavy metal mascots. So it's bands that have heavy metal mascots like Eddie and Overkill with Charlie, the winged thing, and
Vic Rattlehead.
And what?
Vic Rattlehead.
Exactly. Yeah. And like Dio's mascot, Murray. So I'm going to be playing all of those bands and just talking about how those mascots came to be and how they were created. And it's a lot of fun, man. I like it. And I'm doing my video show. I've done 2 episodes already. The first episode was Tom Hunting, and the second one was Matt Harvey. And the third one, I think, is going to be Mark.
No way, dude. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Dude, I want to get back to Dee Snider here. How are you going to approach this interview? Are you going to, because when I do my streams, I try to approach it from a fanboy type thing.
I think that's what they were looking for. That's why they asked me. He didn't want to do a straight-laced, strict interview, like, tell me about your new album. And
okay.
stuff like that. He wanted to be more like a conversation with a fan, because that's why they reached out to me. So like my first question is going to be about the book he put out in 1986. It was called the D Snyder Guide to Teenage Life. It was like a self-help book. It was a book that was supposed to help teenagers get through high school and get through bullying and to avoid drinking and drugging. Obviously, that didn't work on me, but
Jesus.
it's like a book to like if kids are lost or feeling like a misfit or out of place, this book is supposed to help you. So yeah, he put out the self-help book right in the middle of the PMRC thing, when the PMRC was trying to tear down Twisted Sister and just try to like say that they were promoting violence and they're a bad influence on children. Right when all this was happening, D. Snyder released this book as like a fuck you, like I'm here to help kids and my lyrics are here to inspire you, and Twisted Sister is here about empowerment, not destruction and all that bullshit. So that's my first question, because I've never ever seen him talk about that book. I've never seen anyone talk about that book. So
That's awesome, dude. That you're gonna bust out with that. If you haven't heard anyone ask him, he's gonna be shocked, dude. He's gonna be shocked.
Dude, when I met him at that time we played with.
I wanna talk about that because I mean I'll tell the story here. You can continue it. We played Metal Fest in Czech Republic 2019. It was the first show of our tour, and Dee Snider was on the same day as us. And I remember hanging out with you. I had my camera ready. You wanted to meet Dee Snider so bad, dude. And I was happy for you because I know how much you love Twisted Sister. And we finally got him, and he took a picture, I guess, pointing at your Twisted Sister tattoo, right?
Yeah.
And I'll let you tell the next story because I missed it on stage because you went to go see him side stage. I wish I was there for that one.
Well, after we took the picture, he turned around and kept talking to these two other guys, and I was still standing there. And when he finished that conversation, he was making his way to the stage. So he started walking, and I was gonna ask him about that book right then and there. How about that book he wrote? And he's gone. Dude. Just faded away into the distance. So I finally get to ask that question. But yeah, when he was on stage performing, Mark and I and Robin Mason were on side stage watching the show, and he started busting out some Twisted Sister songs because he was also doing his solo stuff too, because he had that new album out at the time, For the Love of Metal, which is a good album. And he started doing the Twisted Sister stuff, and I was going crazy on the side of the stage. So was Robin. And he saw me, and between songs, he's talking to the crowd, and he ended his little stage rap with, "And this fucking guy over here, he's got a Stay Hungry tattoo." I was like, oh shit. And he kind of went like that to have me come on stage. And I just kind of leaned out and put my arm up. I was like, fuck no, I'm not walking out there. I put my arm up, and he dedicated The Beast to me, which he has no idea my nickname is Beast Man, but he dedicated the song The Beast to me. So
weren't you in tears? You were in tears.
Robin and I were both kind of crying.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I wish I was there, man. I was taking care of some other stuff, but when you came, I remember you were post tears when I saw you.
Dude, and within a couple of days, it was on YouTube. Like someone shot the show from the crowd, and I fast forwarded to that moment in the set. I was like, yeah, there I am. There it is. Like, it was awesome.
With the hand. Hey, that's me. Look.
Yeah.
That's me. But dude, dude, I can't wait to hear this Dee Snider interview. It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's 99% happening. So I haven't gotten the confirmation email, but it seems like it's gonna happen within the next week or so.
I think you're gonna blow his mind, dude. You being a big Twisted Sister fan, he's gonna just get blown. He's gonna be all, what do you? Whoa! I think you're gonna have a good conversation.
I can't wait, man. I'm nervous.
Dude, it's just like I think it's gonna be that, and if you could interview Paul Stanley too,
that would be something. I just watched the Kiss biography last night on
How was it?
It was killer, dude. It was the best Kiss documentary I've ever seen, man. It was well done, awesome. I teared up a couple of times. It's a shame that Ace and Peter refused to be a part of it. That's on them. That's their decision. Kiss asked them to be a part of it, and they weren't offered enough money. It's like the fuck are you doing right? What, you got something better to do right now? Like, are you making hella money sitting at home? Just talk on the fucking camera and make a couple of $100,000. Anyways, they're not in it, but it was still fantastic. And I just posted something about this on Facebook right before we started this. Everyone in Death Angel knows my hearing is pretty bad. So when I watch TV, I have closed caption on just because sometimes
Whoa.
I do, dude.
I didn't know that, dude. You learn something new every day.
And just call me grandma. You can call me grandma too. Call me Grandpa Will. But anyway, so I had a closed caption on watching the Kiss documentary, and Doc McGee is talking about Ace Frehley at the end of the Psycho Circus tour, that he was completely falling apart. He was drinking again. He was a mess. And he was talking. He said like Ace could barely stand up on his own. Like he could barely stand up on his own. But when I was reading the words on the screen, it said Ace Frehley was hiding drugs inside the gauntlet, the armband of his costume. I went, what the fuck? And I said, LeSean, did you just see that? And she's like, no, I was listening to what he was saying. I wasn't reading the closed caption. I go, but it didn't sync up. Like what he said and what I read were two different things. We rewound it twice. And every time Doc McGee said Ace was having a hard time standing up. And on the screen it said Ace was hiding drugs in his wristband of his costume. So I don't know how that works or what the hell happened. Maybe Doc McGee really said that in the interview. At the last minute, they cut it out, but it was still programmed into the closed caption. I don't know. Or maybe Kiss are putting subliminal messages into the show just to bash Ace that much more, because they bash him pretty hard. They bash him pretty hard on the special. But that was a trip.
I'm gonna have to watch that to see it because I've seen people are talking about it. You see it on Metal News. It's coming.
It's
out.
awesome, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it because let me ask you something regarding Kiss. And I always wonder, there's a lot of we've been on the road a lot, and I hung out with you a lot, and you can't hide from anywhere Kiss. I mean, I remember we were at a bar and there was a wooden cowboy, and it had Ace Frehley makeup on it.
Oh yeah, dude.
And you looked at me and goes, "I'm sorry, bro, you can't run away from Kiss. Kiss is everywhere.
They're
Now,
everywhere.
Everywhere. Now, you got your two separate groups of Kiss, the non-makeup Kiss, and you got those people who are like Kiss was done when they took off the makeup. How do you feel about that?
Man, people who feel that way are just missing out on so many killer albums. Well, not so many, but they're missing out on some fucking amazing albums. Lick It Up and Animalized and Asylum are all top-notch Kiss albums, and I like them better than some of the makeup albums. Lick It Up is my favorite Kiss album, so I'm sure people scoff at that. I hear it all the time, like, what? How can that be your favorite album? But I think Kiss did metal really well. When they were a metal band for those 3 or 4 albums, they did it great. Eric Carr was meant to play double bass. He was a double bass drummer, first and foremost, and he was perfect for that style of music. And so it was a shame when they followed suit and wanted to be Bon Jovi. Like they got Bon Jovi's producer for Crazy Nights and softened up their sound. And that was too bad. I felt so betrayed. That's when I felt betrayed. Most Kiss fans felt betrayed when Lick It Up came out. For me, it was Crazy Nights. But, good things can't last forever. But I love non-makeup Kiss, man. I love it.
Now, do you think if Kiss would have still kept the makeup, they wouldn't have made it as far? You think that?
They had to. They absolutely had to take the makeup off.
Okay.
Had to.
Okay.
Paul Stanley wanted to take the makeup off for Creatures of the Night, and Gene Simmons said absolutely not. There's no way in hell. And I think Paul Stanley was right. If they had taken the makeup off for Creatures of the Night, that album would have been huge. Because to this day, that's the worst selling, or at the time, it was the worst selling Kiss album. It didn't even go gold at the time. And I think it's gold now. But that tour fell apart. They couldn't even complete a U.S. run. The ticket sales were so bad that they cut the tour short like by a month, I think. Wow. So that's how bad things got for Kiss. They were playing to like 1,200 people and shit, So if they had taken the makeup off, and Paul Stanley thought they should have, I think things would have been received a little better, But so by the time Lick It Up came around, Gene Simmons didn't have a leg to stand on. Paul Stanley's like, look, dude, we did it your way, and it failed miserably. Even though Creatures of the Night is one of the best Kiss albums ever, but still, like, it didn't sell and it bombed. And so, yeah, that's why Lick It Up was a huge hit. it brought Kiss back into the spotlight. You know, like MTV was showing "Lick It Up" all the time. The tour wasn't a huge success, but it was way more successful than Creatures of the Night. And I mean, it's like, for example, the Creatures tour. So few people saw that tour, and the stage was amazing. It was a tank. It had like a tank turret with a drum set on top. It had the treads on the side. It was a really sharp looking stage, and it cost a lot of money. And since that tour didn't make any money, they brought that same stage out for Lick It Up. So on the Lick It Up tour, it was the Creatures of the Night stage set, because like they're like, fuck that, we spent all this money on this thing, man. God damn it.
Who do you think is better in your opinion, Ace Frehley or Vinnie Vincent?
Oh, Ace Frehley, come on now. But Vinnie Vincent's a hell of a songwriter, dude. He wrote some ripping Kiss tunes. And when Kiss had the reins on him and had control over him, he was a ripping guitar player. But look what happened when they cut him loose. He needs someone to fucking put the clamps on, dude, because if he makes all the band's decisions, it's not a good thing, dude.
Damn. Dude, it's always fun talking Kiss with you. Teddy Vardell, Will and Ted, will you ever play Thrashers on tour or for the Bastard Tracks Part 2? That was the very first song I ever heard of you gents when I put the needle down on the Ultraviolence back in '87. That song has deep sentimental reason because I finally got to hear what the late Cliff Burton said about you guys. Let me see. Let me see. I'm moving hella fast here. I'm sorry, my chat. I have seen you guys 8 times since 1987 and have yet to hear that awesome song live, and I would love to hear you, Ted, and Damien and Will play that song as Andy, Gus, Dennis were on the original recording. We have played that song quite a few times live.
Oh yeah, like on the Ultraviolence anniversary tour.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And even on other tours, I think we've played it. You know, right? Haven't we?
Yeah. We have.
And Daco Jones sang it somewhere.
Yes, that's right. We played it in Toronto at the Opera House.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did play it, Teddy. Maybe you just weren't at the show that we played it at. Where are you from, Teddy Vardell? Maybe when we come to your town, we'll think about it. We will think about it. Kathleen McCarthy, Ted, can you interview Espen before you hit the road? Totally. I will do it for you, and if he wants to hang out with me, we can. So, there you go. All right, Will, who are you looking forward to seeing on the road? What fans? I know you know the fans by name. They watch your radio show, too, as they watch my show.
Well, I mean, there's tons of listeners on my show that have been talking in my chat saying they've bought tickets already. And like William Bishop, he listens to my show every single week. So a lot of people, man. Like I'm looking forward to seeing lots of people in Europe too when we go to Holland. I mean, that be a blast, you know.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
The whole Dutch Party Squad and the guys in Creator. I can't wait to see Ventor and give him a big birthday hug. You know, it's gonna be great, man. I'm excited to see the fans always. So it should be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited too, and we want to thank all the fans. I know I have my live and streaming. Will has his Full Metal jacket, and everyone who does support us, we really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. You know, Will's show is really cool. You know what I like about your show, dude? You have themes, man. That's trip. Like, you have what I like was the siblings theme.
Oh yeah. I have a part 2 coming up with that. Like in the chat, people were like saying, well, what about this band? What about this band? And there was quite a few bands I had no idea had brothers in the band, or father and son in the band. So I'm doing a part 2 of that. Like I said, Monday's episode's a rerun, but in 2 weeks, the theme is Iron. All songs
about iron?
All songs with iron in the title, like Judas Priest, Hard as Iron, Lizzie Borden, Rod of Iron,
Motorhead, Iron Fist,
Iron Maiden, you know.
Okay.
Motorhead, Iron Fist, absolutely. So you'd be surprised how many songs with iron in the title. I think Overkill, Ironbound. So yeah, that was a pretty easy one to put together.
You ever thought of doing like bands with demos?
You know, I definitely have. The only problem with that is Gimme Metal gets all their music off of the internet, and a lot of these demos aren't on YouTube or aren't like documented digitally. So I would have to get the actual demo tape to them they're not located in San Francisco anymore. If they still have an office in San Francisco, that'd be no problem. But they're on the East Coast now, so I'd have to send my demos out to them, and I don't think I want to do that.
Like who? I mean, I think that's a good idea to like it, because that's why I did the Horde of Torment. I got Aru last week. I mean, I promoted his new band and we talked a little about Machine Head and stuff. And but the Horde of Torment, man. I mean, that'd be cool if you had a special like that, like the third wave of the thrash bands, not only in the Bay Area but elsewhere as well.
Well, I've played Horde of Torment on my show as well because their demo was released officially on vinyl
Oh, okay.
and on CD. Dive Bomb Records put out that retrospect collection. You have it, right?
Yeah, I have it. I have it.
So yeah, that was easy to find. But like, something like Bacchus. If I wanted to play Bacchus on my show, the only way to make that happen is to send them the physical copy of the demo, and they would digitize it and get it all set up. And I'm not doing that.
Dude, that would be awesome, dude. That would be awesome if you did that one, man. Do a demo thing. It'd be cool. What's the next one is Iron. What's after Iron?
I think it's Band Mascots.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
then
That's right.
after that is Profanity Special Part 2. All songs with fuck or shit or asshole or bitch in the title. Part 2.
Dude, have you played Striper on your show?
Oh, hella times, dude. And I get ridiculed for it. The listeners hate it. They're like, oh, what kind of metal show is this? But fuck you, Striper's just as metal as Slayer, if you ask me. I mean, just because I'm not singing about Satan. And I had that stance before I got scared by the devil. But yeah, I've played them on my Christian metal episode, which was a long time ago. I did that episode way before I went to hell. And what other shows? Oh, on the Siblings episode. They were on that episode.
Okay.
And I did an episode with God, the word God in every song title. Of course, Striper. Striper could have been in. Striper and Deicide. I could have done a whole episode of just Striper and Deicide songs with God in the title. Deicide's got a lot of songs with God in the title.
Wow, dude, you got a lot of flack for playing. You got a lot of flack for playing Striper, huh?
Yeah, man. They were like, "Oh, what kind of metal show is this?" And I think Striper sounds like Iron Maiden sometimes.
I do like Soldiers Under Command. That's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good album.
It's a good album. Yeah. And I've seen some live footage of them. They play it good.
They're good musicians.
You've played some glam bands on your show too, huh? Don't you have a glam band special?
Almost every week, at least one song. Yeah. Last week's episode was about cars, songs about cars. So there was a lot of rock and roll on there. But I played Jet Boy last week. Wow. It got zero reaction. I mean, usually it's negative or positive, but that song was a complete flatline. Like not a single comment during that song. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I definitely play glam rock on my show.
Wow, dude. Dude, just to let everyone know, man, you got to catch Will's radio show, Full Metal Jackets, on every Monday. Gimme Radio. If you don't have Gimme Radio, go get the app at the Apple Store or the Google Store or wherever you get your apps, and tune in every Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
And it's a 2-hour show, right?
2-hour show, and it's totally free. It's a free app, and there's other shows. Like it's a 24-hour thing. There's metal shows going on all day, all night. So Dave Mustaine has a show every Thursday. Randy Blythe has a show. Ross the Boss. All kinds of different characters. So, and there's always guest DJs, like the singer for At the Gates just had a special a couple days ago, and they're always bringing people in. So it's a lot of fun.
Do you listen to other people's shows?
Yeah, man. I listen to Dave Mustaine's show. He hasn't done one in a while. It's been repeats, but when he has a new episode, I listen to his show. I listen to Ross the Boss's show. He's hilarious, dude. That guy has a lot of stories from Manowar. He's got a lot of stories. So yeah, I check out shows. Usually on Mondays, I listen to the 2 or 3 episodes leading up to mine. So I'm in the chat on other people's shows. So it's cool. It's a cool community.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I remember on tour, you'd sit on the bus and watch the chat. The chat just goes crazy, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I did get to meet some of your Gimme Radio listeners on the road. I believe in Italy. There's some parts in Italy. So.
Yep.
So, are you gonna have like a "Gimme Radio Beastman" T-shirt?
You know, they've been talking about that for over a year now. Actually, before the pandemic, they were talking about it. And, then everything turned upside down and it was put on the back burner. But I'm talking to them about it again. There's definitely going to be a full metal jacket and just a T-shirt for Bleeding Priest, like a bleeding. That's my handle on Gimme Radio. Like so, it's going to be happening for sure.
All right, I'm gonna get to another fan question here. Where did the name Bleeding Priest come from?
That's a fan question?
No, no, no. That's me. I said before I get into the next fan question, I want to ask where did you get Bleeding Priest?
Great question. I stole it from the band Epidemic. When they got signed to Metal Blade and recorded their first album to Cameron, they needed to get a copyright name for their music. And so the copyright name was Bleeding Priest Music. And I was like, that's sick, dude. And I know you guys are breaking up, so I'm stealing that motherfucker.
Did they get mad at you for it?
No, man. They may have been annoyed. I don't even know if Carl knows about that. He might want to kick my ass now. But Eric laughed at it. He thought it was funny.
All right, man. Hey, there's some good news on your end. Old Granddad released some vinyl.
Yeah, man. We just reissued our first two albums on a double vinyl gatefold thing. Came out really nice, and it sold really well in the first week. And it's just kind of crazy. A band like Old Granddad never came out on vinyl. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Like every other band we were playing with in the Mission scene, like little punk rock bands had vinyl out, and we never did. It didn't make sense. But now that everyone loves vinyl and there's a big demand for it, we did it, and I'm stoked about it. And you can get it at hectic.com. And it's like, I think 25 or it's $30 for the multicolor vinyl and 25 for the all black. I know Crystal bought one like the first day it came out. Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah. Everyone go to hectic.com. You got to get Old Granddad. In some of my boxes here, I still have the Old Granddad demos from 94.
95.
95. Yeah. You guys formed or late 94, didn't release stuff 95. I still have that. Was it Alien Weaponry and You is one of the songs?
Medieval weaponry. I can't even say it. Medieval Weaponry Control and You.
Yeah, I remember that. And everyone check it out. Old Granddad was it was a great band, and dude, you guys were doing really good in San Francisco in like 90s into the 2000s, man. I saw you headlining pack shows and all that,
Yeah, I mean, like when we came around, metal was pretty much dead in San Francisco, man. There was no metal bands, no metal scene to speak of, really. So I think people wanted to hear metal. Like it was about time to hear some metal, and we just came around at the right time because no one else was doing it.
But it was
Especially the type of metal we were playing.
Yeah, it was a different type. When I remember at the height of your success with Old Granddad in San Francisco at the Transmission Theater, you guys headlined and you guys did 2 hours, and I called it, that was like drunk rock and roll.
Yeah.
You guys were just like out of control, but it was great, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get signed to an actual label and actually put out stuff.
We did get signed to an actual label for The Last Upper. That came out on a label called MIA from New York, and the distribution was by Carroll I, I think, or something. It actually had big distribution. I remember when that album came out, I went to Virgin Megastore on Market Street, and we had an end cap. I couldn't believe it. The album cover of Last Upper, Jesus Christ doing a line, and there was like 30 of them on an end cap. Jesus Christ doing a line, like 30. So that was a trip, man. That was a trip. But that label went belly up. I think we were actually the last album they put out. Like we bankrupt that label.
Gotcha.
So that album did come out on a real label, but for a bunch of different reasons, those guys were happy just being a big fish in a big pond. Like we were the biggest metal band, underground metal band in San Francisco for a few years there, and they were fine with that. And I wanted to tour, and I wanted to try to get signed to another real label and take it to the next level. But I don't know. There was just they were fine just playing local gigs. I mean, we played like 4 or 5 shows a week. Sometimes we'd play 2 shows in San Francisco, a show in Oakland, a show in Concord, and then go to Modesto. So we were almost on tour for a good 3 or 4 years there. We were playing like 19 shows a month sometimes, so it felt like we were on tour, but I wanted to break out. Like, we never played outside of California ever. That's stupid. We were around from 94 to 2005, and then we're kind of back together off and on these days. And in those years, the farthest we played was LA. We played LA a handful of times, but never left the state. So I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but whatever. I got a lot of good stories from it.
Awesome. Dude, could you share a memory with me, like maybe, or with everyone, maybe the most memorable or funny fan encounter you ever had?
Oh, fan encounter. I mean,
We got some pretty cool fans.
Bad
though.
ones.
I mean, say anything. I mean, we have some great fans.
One
though.
time, I forget where we were, dude. I forget where we were, but Rob and I were standing outside the bus after a show. It was getting close to the end of the night, like bus call. And him and I, you may have been there with us too. And we were standing outside the bus talking, and I had a beer in my hand, and these 3 bombed, like drunk out of their mind fans came walking up to us. And 2 of them were being cool, even though they're hella drunk. They wanted to take a picture, and they're kind of hanging on us and stuff. And it's like, all right. And the 3rd guy, who was the drunkest of all of them, took my beer out of my hand. Just took it out of my hand. And I punched him in the fucking throat. and Rob was really impressed with how like fluid my movement was. At the same time I punched him in the throat, I grabbed my beer back. So I went like, ugh! And he went careening back and fell into some stairs. And we were both worried that I really hurt him. And I didn't mean to send him back into a staircase. I just wanted him to get the hell away from me. But he was okay. He got up and flipped me off, and they just wandered off. And for some reason, I remember that.
Wow, it's funny. I remember some good stuff, like of course, Kelly and Jeff, who came down to our show and brought us a cake. Like winning the Grammys. Also, was it in Canada? Was it Healthy Creations cake? They brought us 2 cakes.
Totally.
Grammys, and there's a lot of cool fan interactions we have that just come down, and even just hanging out, or you get gifts, and just them traveling to show by show.
I mean, like during the whole Grammy time, when we played Slims, didn't we have like 3 cakes backstage? Like, we had a cake left over from tour, or wasn't it like 3 giant cakes?
Yeah, we had like 3 cakes from I mean, it's really cool that and you have fans like in Florida that brought us some food. Which is awesome.
I'm looking forward to that one fan. I forget her name, but she made lasagna for us in the last tour, and she's going to make it for us again. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I forgot her name. It was awesome lasagna.
Totally. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. That's great when fans make the extra effort. Remember the lasagna we had in Brazil? Remember those
Was it? Wait a minute. Was it Brazil or was it Peru?
Oh, it could have been Peru. And it was sweet. Like, it tasted like they accidentally used salt instead of sugar, or sugar instead of salt.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was crazy. And none of us ate it. And then the people who made it were starving, so they ended up just devouring it. So it worked out.
Like now that we're getting back on the road, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the fans, especially the ones that tune into these shows and tune into your show. It's really cool. The support that these fans give, not only us, the band, and everything, and people.
Another fan thing. Jillian's always cool. She always brings us gifts, and she made me that Gene Simmons denim vest.
Yep.
And
Jillian Underhill. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Janet and Bill, what's up? Yeah, they're awesome.
She did a vest for you too, didn't she?
Yeah, she did a vest for me. I did it for the whole Evil Divide run. Then I gave it to Crystal Kenzel.
Oh, that's it. That's right.
Yeah. All the fans that I can't wait to get even back to Europe to see like a lot of these fans that meeting these fans. I mean, oh man, they're just awesome, dude.
And I want to send a message out loud and clear to all our fans in the U.S. If you have any Star Wars or Kiss or comic book stuff laying around that you don't want, and like your kids are all grown up now and they don't care about Star Wars anymore, send it my way. Just bring it to the show, no matter what it is. I will take it off your hands.
How about
So
you?
remember,
How
Star
about you?
Wars, Kiss, comic books. What?
How about you trade them? You know, because you go through Drumheads, you should trade.
I can do that.
Trade.
No
Yeah,
problem.
we'll
No
sign it.
problem.
Yeah, yeah, totally, man. And yeah, the fans are great. We really appreciate them. I'm looking forward to going out there. And I know there's a lot of fans who are asking, how come there's no Portland show? There's no Seattle show. I mean, the United States is so huge. If we had to do every single one, we'd be out for like 3.5 months, and that's a long time to be out. We have
But
to break it up.
Zetro on the Toxic Vault a couple days ago, the fan asked the same question: how come we're not going to Portland? And he more or less guaranteed that there will be another leg of this North American tour, and we'll be hitting all the places we haven't hit before. So I'm not saying that myself. That's
Yeah.
what Zetro said.
Yeah, but we'll get to your town. Don't worry about it. I mean, right now, baby steps. I mean, we're hitting like Anaheim, Jersey, Detroit at the Majestic. We're doing some House of Blues in Boston, the Paramount in Huntington. Dude, that place is huge. It's gonna be awesome. And
Have we played there before?
never played. We
Yeah.
played the Starland Ballroom in Jersey. We played that
Right.
on the Anthrax Testament run. But just to let everyone know, get your tickets because it's selling out. I know the first night at the Forge in Joliet, Illinois, sold out. They added a second show. So yeah, get out there and check out the show. I mean, it did really well in Europe, and every single band's gonna bring their A game on this one. It's gonna be
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I think we're gonna be more on fire than ever. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, man.
It's
A
gonna be
lot of pent up energy, you
a
know.
lot of pent up energy that the U.S. fans are gonna see. So it's gonna be great, and looking forward to it. I'm gonna get to one more fan question here, and we'll call it a day. Oh shit! It's our good friend Scott Dockendorf. Check this out.
Hey, pack members. What's up, Ted? This is Scott from Dallas. Hey, sitting at the drum set, just hanging out and actually working on some Death Angel tunes. Hoping for some pack member Death Angel covers sometime soon. Hey, I'm here to ask you the Dirty Dozen. So I love the segment when you do it with everybody. So let me make sure I get all the right questions. So mild to spicy, dog or cat, Espen, the great Espen. Movie you could watch over and over again. Your biggest pet peeve. What time does your alarm clock go off in the morning? Song you love to sing when you're all alone. Dream vacation. One thing about you that annoys others. What's your favorite smell? Instrument you wish you could play. Scale of 1 to 5, how good of a dancer are you? And what did you have for breakfast? And favorite Iron Maiden album. Thanks for doing these each and every Saturday, man. Love it. It makes our weekend. Thank you.
Wow, this dude decided to throw the dozen on me. So I'm gonna answer his. I never thought about answering. I'm always asking people to answer my question. Okay, Scott Dockendorf. He said, mild or spicy? I'll go mild because I can't handle spicy.
That
Dogs or
wasn't
cat-
one of the questions, though, was it?
No, yeah, it was mild.
was it?
He's throwing my 12 questions that I asked people. He's throwing it back at me.
Right.
So mild or spicy? Mild. I can't handle spicy. Dogs or cats? I love them both. Dogs. Come on. A movie you could watch over and over again. That's a hard one. My wife Trisha will agree with me. I could watch that movie, The Temptations, which is awesome. Biggest pet peeve? Tardiness. I don't like it when people are late. Will knows that. What time does your alarm clock go off? My internal alarm clock goes off at 6:30, but I roll out of bed around 7:30. A song you love to sing when you're all alone. Recently is I Want to Be Free by Queen. Favorite dream vacation. I happened to be on my dream vacation. It was like 3 years ago in the Philippines. We went to a resort called El Nido in the Palawan Islands. It was the most beautiful place I've been to in my whole life. What's the one thing that probably annoys others? I guess when I talk and move fast after I have a cup of coffee, and I'm always Will, right? Yeah, Will could agree with that. I'm sure Will's like, damn, this dude's had his coffee. My favorite smell. Wow, that's a hard one. I like the smell of lemon. I like lemon. An instrument you wish you could play? Drums. I love the sound of drums. On a scale of 1 to 5, how good of a dancer are you? I am a 1. And what did I have for breakfast today? I had fried rice, mulberry, and mulberry tea. My favorite Iron Maiden album, Number of the Beast. There you go. There's the answer. And all right, Will, dude, thanks for joining me on this one, bro.
Yeah, man, you got it.
Appreciate it. Anything you want to say to all the killer fans and viewers out there?
Well, I want to say my dirty dozen.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me. Oh yeah, I think I asked you with Brian, but I'll. Okay, Will. Everyone, Will's mild or spicy. Will.
Spicy.
All right. Dogs or cats.
Cats.
All right. A movie you could watch over and over again.
Tropic Thunder.
Whoa. You want to know something funny? I thought of you. I asked that same question to Craig and Lum and Aru Luster. They said Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I said that the last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it changes every day. Your biggest pet peeve?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with your answer, man. Tardiness. People who are late. I fucking hate that too, man.
All right. Good. We're bonded by that. A song you love to sing when you're all alone, dude.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this in public, but recently, I don't even know the name of the song. But recently, I've been singing a fucking 311 song in the shower. I don't know why, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's catchy then if you're singing it.
Oh,
what
my
song
God.
is it? Could you hum it? Come on.
You gotta let go of regret. Oh, I don't want to do it, dude. I'm not even doing it.
Okay. Your dream vacation.
My coma.
Your coma. Oh, whoa, dude. All right. One thing about you that probably annoys others, I know this, but you say it.
It's the snoring, but I've taken care of that problem. You guys are gonna be impressed how quiet my bunk is now.
Okay. Your favorite smell.
I said this last time. I'm gonna say it again. Round table pizza.
Yeah, I like that smell too. An instrument you wish you could play.
Guitar.
Dude, you rip on the guitar, dude. I have video of you soloing on Rob's guitar, and I know.
It's funny. I can actually do hammer-ons okay because it's like a percussive type of thing. So I can do that okay.
All right. Hey, dude, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 to 5, how good of a dancer are you? I've seen you dance, dude.
I'd say a 4.
Well, yep. I would agree with that, dude. I've seen you throw down. What'd you have for breakfast today?
I had a smoothie.
Wow, dude. Trisha had a smoothie too. Man, a smoothie's a big thing. Favorite Iron Maiden album, Will?
Seventh son of a seventh son.
Wow, look, dude, you. It's funny how most people will say Number of the Beast like me and all that, but you throw out all this crazy shit, dude.
I don't do it to be different either. Like I jam with a guy in the AC/DC cover band, AC/DC, Mike Butler on bass. He takes it to the next level. Like his favorite Judas Priest album is Point of Entry. Get the fuck out of here, man. and I'm like, do you just say these things to annoy me? But I honestly do like Seventh Son the best. Like I was a little disappointed with Somewhere in Time, and when Seventh Son came out, it was a breath of fresh air, and they got their balls back a little. And I love the concept. I love concept albums, so everything just clicked on that record. I love it.
Good. Will, before we go, let's do a contest. I want to give away something, but you got to think of something like a contest thing. Hold on. All you viewers out there, if you want to win, Will, think of something. I want to give away this Death Angel hat right here.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This Death Angel hat could go to a winning fan viewer, and Will's coming up with the contest right now.
The name Slayer, it's a rumor that the name Slayer is an acronym, meaning like each letter stands for something. What does each letter stand for?
All right, man. You heard that. And the person who gets it right, and will, on my next show, we'll announce the winner, or we'll announce the winner. You can win this hat. Look at that. Has
That's
a
nice.
tag on. It's a nice hat. You can win that. Answer the questions. If you want, you can email at fans@deathangel.us your answer, and we will pick the winner. Again, thank you to all the fans who chime in today and check out the show and check out our show and support the band. Will, you want to say some parting words?
Thanks for the support, everybody, and I can't wait to see you all out on the Bass Strikes Back tour. And I know Ted feels the same, and everyone out in Holland. I can't wait for the Dynamo, and let's move forward. You know, we got all this bullshit behind us. Let's have a good time.
All right, dude. Someone already answered your contest thing. Should we just? Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jenny Richardson said, "Satan laughs as you eternally rot."
That's right.
All right. Woo! That was fast, Jenny. You won the hat. Email your address at fans@deathangel.us, and we will ship this out to you come Monday. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll stick around. Everyone, all right, we'll see you on the road, and hope to see Dynamo and the Bass Strikes Back. All right, everyone, have a good Saturday.
See you guys.